Okay. We'll call this meeting to order Wednesday, September 25th, 2024 at 11 a.m. We're here to review boiler quotes. So with that, I'll turn it over to the sheriff's office. And what do we got?
So I went out and I found 3 quotes, one from CSN, one from Apollo, and one from Riverside Plumbing, I believe is the name. To put in one new boiler before wintertime. CSN looks like they had the lowest bid, and
CSN's bid came in at
$31,636.
$636.
And they had also brought to my attention, and I don't know if I should bring this up right now, but if they could order 2 boilers, it would be a lot more cost affordable to get them 2 boilers at least here now, because prices are obviously going to go up by springtime.
We're looking at $31,636 for one boiler.
For one boiler, and that's installation, removal of the old one, and getting that one up and ready before snow flies.
Which would leave us with one old boiler that is or isn't working.
It's limping. It's working. We had to rob parts from the boiler that stopped working to get the other one limping along. So the shelf life of that one could be a couple of weeks or maybe another year.
We don't know.
It's
Did
unpredictable.
we approved to replace both of them, right?
Yes.
Yes, we did, but this meeting was mainly about getting at least one in right now.
Okay.
But when I talked to CSN yesterday on the phone, they said that, it might be smart to maybe order 2 and then they could put the other one in spring. But that would be a whole other quote thing, but I'm just bringing it to your attention.
Yeah.
But did it significantly drop the price of this boiler if we ordered them both at the same time?
I apologize that I didn't ask. I'm assuming it is because they said come next spring it's probably gonna.
Well, I don't think it'll drop the price of the one that you're ordering now. It's just
yeah, no.
usually
Save money
I
on the other one.
think that meetings I've
Yeah.
had with them in the past, it's gonna typically they see a big price increase on their stuff about every spring or so. The price jumps will happen on their boilers and major purchases like that.
Well, questions from the board or suggestions or discussion?
This-
We have 3 bids, and CSN was the lowest bid for $31,000 for one boiler.
What did the other bids come in at? I didn't even look at those.
Hollow,
35,000.
I think 38, if possibly.
For Apollo?
Hollow looked like 35,275, and then 35,204 for the River City.
Well, Jeff, you've been looking into this. What is your recommendation?
I recommend we go with CSN as they're the lowest bid. And I'd also recommend that we check into it a little bit and see what the price difference is, but I think we should buy the other one and just have it here until they can do it this spring.
That's my same
Since the
thought,
other-
yeah.
Boiler's going out anyway.
Does anybody remember how much money we had left in that pot in the grant money we were using?
No, there was quite a bit left over for this. We figured about $270,000 to do everything. And that's with the plumbing over in the jail and boilers. So I think it's gonna come in at less than,
I still have one more quote I'm waiting for. It's supposed to be in this week for the plumbing.
Okay.
But we'd be committing 60-some thousand to these 2 boilers. And that's your recommendation, get both boilers.
I would recommend.
And that's what you're thinking as well?
Yeah, and Jeff's more of the expert in the area, but that's my thought if we secure them, so.
And is that what you're hoping for as well?
Yes.
Then it's here if something were to happen and like, oh, we gotta move this forward because now we're down to just the one again.
When would this one be put in?
Talking to him yesterday, we were hoping by the end of October, or somewhere in the beginning of November. You know, 'cause they haven't ordered it yet, but they can get it here fast. And then as soon as it gets here, they're going to make it a priority. We have a good working relationship, I think, between the courthouse and the sheriff's office with CSN.
Yeah, the other companies were looking more like
Spring.
yeah. to get them too.
Maybe, yeah, before winter.
Okay, well, would you like to make a motion?
I'll motion that we approve to use CSN for the boiler replacements. The first amount is $31,636. That's with the installation and everything. I'm not sure what the second amount. Are they going to be basically the same?
I will call them as soon as I leave the office here.
Okay, so I guess we can, the second one, not to exceed $31,636.
You would think we might get a quantity discount.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For doing both. So we have a motion to purchase 2 of them as long as the price doesn't exceed the $31,636 per each one.
I'll second it. We won't have to put that other one on the agenda since it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any further discussion?
No.
Well,
Are we okay approving the second one without it being listed?
Excuse me.
Without it being listed on this appointment.
I would think you would be because it's pretty much the same bid.
Okay.
It's the same exact thing, just doing it on the other side.
Yeah, we went the first round. We did say we wanted 2 of them,
Yeah, that's true.
so we
Okay.
okayed to purchase 2 of them. So this will just be
right.
Confirming.
And we might get a price break if we buy 2 of them.
Yep.
Let's try for that.
Okay.
Tell them the commissioners would be interested in 2, especially if we could get a little break on quantity. All right. Well, let's take it to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously to not leave the sheriff's department in the cold. Okay. All right. Let's go to public comment. Mr. Beaner.
I would think you do both of them now. You said the one's falling apart. You got extra shipping if you had to do it in 2 orders. I would think the cost to install would be a lot cheaper if they're here already doing one and doing them both at the same time. I think you'd be money ahead. If that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have to mow twice.
Right.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Anything further?
Did any of these Avista have anything for put these in?
I don't know if Vista does on these.
Not that I recall.
We saw some for electrical, but we'll do some checking.
Yeah,
See if we can get
I
some
tried
rebate.
calling Avista. They've got a guy in Coeur d'Alene that does all the price reductions and all the plans that they had. He hasn't called me back yet. But I wasn't sure. Yeah, so we'll make sure we check in with that. But have the CSI do that,
Good.
and then check in with Avista to make sure that.
While we're here, we just wanted to bring up too that we're looking into some electrical repairs with the lighting and stuff. And we had that almost fire here about a month ago or whatever, no electrical. We had to get some ballast replaced and stuff. And so we have one quote so far for replacing all the ballast with LEDs, just to be more energy efficient and safe. And some of the lights that were put in by the prior maintenance person in the basement apparently aren't up to code, and they're probably a fire hazard, is what we were told. And so we definitely need to get those replaced. So we'll be trying to secure a few quotes to replace those. The first quote came in for the local company about $14,000 to do all the lights. So
And I still have to, I've been pulling a couple of night shifts to see what's going on, you know, in our jail at nighttime, how things are running and working. And our cell blocks are pitch black. Like they're dark. Can't hardly see some of the inmates in there. And by Idaho standards, we have to have a certain candle watt footage, and we are not in compliance with that. So also I'm going to be looking into getting some quotes locally and wherever I can get the quotes to see what it's going to cost to get that up to par as well.
And then I know you guys have to, for the plumbing, you have to have some electrical work done there.
Mhm.
They have some problems with the, so maybe you can kind of wrap that, ask CSN who they use, sort of.
I already did that. Yep, all the recommendations I got for the plumbing project came from CSN, and like I said, I'm still waiting for one more quote. He said he should have his in by Friday, and
And they talked about electrician too, right? Because weren't they gonna do something with toilets with the electrician?
well, yeah, I was actually brought to my attention yesterday that we're actually supposed to have a computer program that runs all the toilets and everything back there. I'm like, really? Are you sure? And they said, yep, we did research on your system. This was from one of the plumbing companies, and somewhere there's an actual program where you can shut everything off by a computer. And whatever program that was put in there by the previous maintenance man, you know, got to figure out what that program is. And the plumber, that was AAA Plumbing that told me that yesterday, and he's actually doing some research with, what's the name of that company that does plumbing? Salone? They're a brand of product, and that's what we have back there. And from what that person said, is that there's supposed to be an actual computer program for that system we have in there. So that was news to me as well. Which, if there is, that's going to open up a lot of doors with control as well, and shutting things down straight from the computer instead of having to walk into a pipe chase and shut it down.
Interesting. Didn't know that you could do that.
Neither did I until yesterday.
Okay. Well, with that, I think all of our business is concluded, and we have another meeting in 15 minutes. So with that, we will adjourn.